Okay, it's Rico and welcome back to Brooklyn Cooking. Today we're doing marinara sauce. We're going to do it two ways. Basically the ingredients are identical in each one. The only difference I'm going to do is how we process the tomatoes. So I'm using a can of Italian peeled tomato, whole Italian peeled tomatoes. You could use whatever tomatoes you like, crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. Normally I would do it with a jar or two of the sauce that I made in my tomato video, but I figured you don't have that, so we'll show something you may have. So other than that, we have garlic, red pepper, some thyme, fresh thyme. I really like to put dry thyme into this, but I don't know. I think that's harder to find than sanitizer and Lysol spray right now. Nobody has the time, and we have some fresh basil. Olive oil to fry the garlic with, and some white wine. A lot of people don't use wine, but I think wine brings out the flavor of the tomatoes. So I broke this up into two batches, and we'll show you how I'm going to do both. This is the way I do it most of the time. Take the tomatoes, put it in the food mill. You probably saw me do this in the tomato jarring video. Almost done here. I should have got that out. Piece of basil that came with it. You're going to see you got a lot of good stuff here. If you want to get that, that's a nice. Go a little more. And basically you do it this way if you don't want the seeds. The skin is already off. Basically that's about it. We got a nice jar of sauce. And we'll move on to method 2. Okay, this is method 2, a lot easier and a lot quicker. We have peeled tomatoes here, and just do some squishing. Good time to get your frustrations out. Good time to get your kids to help out. Just squish them. Just make sure you wash those stinking hands. You don't want dirty hands in those tomatoes. Just squish them up, and you're done. Another way to do this is throw it in a blender if you don't want to dirty your hands. And get it finer, and now we'll get on to the cooking. Okay, that can is equivalent to about 4 28-ounce cans. I added some extra virgin olive oil to this. We'll do the same to this pot. And we'll start with the garlic. This one is not going to get as much, so I got about 7 cloves of garlic altogether. So it's about 2 cloves of garlic per can, for 28-ounce can. Fry that up. There's some red pepper, not too much. Just that we don't want hot sauce. We just want to get some flavor in there. And pretty much when the garlic is brown, try to work 2 things at once. I don't want to burn the garlic. Okay, we're about ready here. This is the ones we squished by hand. And this is the one we strained. Now you notice we got some good stuff on the bottom of each, so here's where we'll play our wine in there. We'll even get some into here. Clean that out a little. Not too much wine, just a lot of people don't add wine at all, but we'll let it cook down. This one's going to take a little more time to come to temperature. We'll wait a little bit on the wine. So this one's equivalent to about a can, so I always add about, each can I add about 1 good pinch, which to me is measured out to about a teaspoon. And even though we got red pepper, we'll hit it with a little fresh black pepper. Then we'll grab some basil, break it up a little bit. All right, now we're scraping out some fresh thyme, since we didn't have any dry. But nobody has the time. And that's all she wrote. We're just going to let it cook down. Maybe a half an hour. You don't want to You see when it's the thickness you like. This is nice over, very fresh over a pasta or whatever. And the other one will add a little extra basil in there. Scraping out the thyme as we did in the other one. All right, this one we need salt, so this is about 3 times that, so we'll go 3 pinches. 1, 2, and maybe a little less on the last one. Fresh ground pepper. Then we'll add the wine. Maybe a little more to this one. I had this on high heat to come to a boil. We're there after a few minutes, maybe 5. So I just want to lower this to a simmer and let it cook. This one is simmering nicely. We'll just give it a stir occasionally. We've been about a half an hour on this one. If you like it a little less chunky, take your potato masher. I'm not going to do it, but take your potato masher and give it a couple of mashes. I think this is pretty good. And the other one, I think we're looking good. So we're going to call it a wrap and shut them both off. This one was cooking about 50 minutes, I guess. Could go a little longer if you like it a little thicker. But it's a wrap on the sauce. We have the chunky one, for lack of a better word, and the smooth one. These are marinara sauce. What would you use these with? I think the chunky one would go nice with, quick meal, with nice, just some pasta, and that's it. That's all you need. All right, the smooth one, what would you use it for? You could use it straight on pasta, just like the chunky one, but it'll be good with pizza. It'll be great for chicken parm, eggplant parm, veal cutlet parmesan, a lot of the parmesans where you just don't add the sauce. They're interchangeable. You could use the chunky ones on that either. It's really a matter of your taste. Like I said, I use Italian whole peeled tomatoes. Use what you like. You could use a jar of tomato sauce. You could use crushed tomatoes. Whatever you like to use, you use. That's it for the marinara sauce. If you enjoyed these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And arrivederci from Brooklyn Cooking.